Locks and seals positive. Check the oxygen supply, Billy boy.
Too right. Both tanks full.
Pressurization activated. Vehicle pressurized.
Fine.
There we are, Billy boy, souped up and ready to roll.
You're in a good mood?
Prospect of wide open spaces. Did you check the food supply at Delta?
No problem. I was told there's enough for a couple of weeks.
Ah, I envy you. Time on your own. Think things through. Let's get moving.
Lying, saying the switch was defective.
Why didn't you?
Dr. Calder already knew the truth.
Would you have lied if he hadn't have known?
Possibly, I don't know.
What gave you the idea to lie?
An admission that it was my fault would go on my records. And Adam said he never had to file a report on the equipment he broke during training for the Venus probe.
Adam said that?
He thought it unfair that I had to.
And do you agree with him?
Well, yes, I do, don't you?
No. These reports aren't reflected in your records unless there are lots of them, indicating carelessness. They're studied for design faults or faulty procedures. Their main function is to make us and the equipment we use more efficient. For instance, here, the mistake. You say you thought you operated the switch. Was there one nearby you could have confused with the cutout?
The procedure's straightforward.
And you were concentrating?
Yes.
So there was no reason for you to think you hadn't switched over?
Well, none. So when I came back from coffee, I started work and wrecked it.
You don't mention anything about coffee.
Well, it was only a few minutes.
Who else was around?
Jane, of course, Bill Knight and Adam, oh, and Tom, naturally. You're not suggesting...
Anything. I just want to know who else was around.
Yes?
Have Bill and Adam left yet?
Yes, they have. Why? Hello?
Much further?
Coming up to midpoint. I've always thought they should build a bar here.
Halfway house?
With a disco and plenty of girls.
Oh, very well for you bachelors.
Thanks.
How come you never got married?
Would you believe me if I told you I was too wrapped up with this rubbish?
What, space?
I wanted to be out there in the deep, deep night with no family hang-ups. Just goes to show you, doesn't it?
It was a tough break, Adam.
Oh, weep not for me, old sport. I've had a lot of fun staying unmarried. I feel for chaps like you with commitments back on Earth. You find yourself working for an organization that doesn't give a damn about your personal difficulties. Moonbase 3, this is Buggy 2, over.
Copy, Buggy 2, this is Moonbase, over.
Moonbase, route check. Coming up to midpoint, all systems nominal. Continuing, out.
Copy, Buggy 2. Any problems?
Oh, nothing, why?
Just checking. Moonbase out.
A little bit jumpy, aren't they?
Sabotage.
Or a mistake. Either is possible.
Oh, which is more probable?
It was a mistake, I hope.
What, by the meticulous, painstaking Kate?
It can happen.
All right, sabotage. Either Blaney or Knight. Which one?
Adam had no reason.
Neither had Bill.
He wanted to go home.
He wanted to resign.
Precisely. He knew we'd be opposed to it. You, me, his wife. If he were desperate enough for a few days at home, it's conceivable he might have done it.
But it didn't work.
He had to accept we had an emergency on our hands.
Which he's done with remarkably good grace, if those are the lengths he went to.
I was only posing a hypothesis.
Oh, some hypothesis. Sabotage. MOONBASE 3 is a living organism, just like the human body. And deliberate sabotage, like cutting the jugular vein.
Here are the submodule coordinates, Kate. 76204 beta. 76921 gamma. You got that?
Mm-hmm.
Are they active now?
Yes, they are, Bill.
Right. That wraps up the preliminary test.
Kate, how are those repairs coming on?
Oh, I don't know. I'll have a word with Tom.
Good girl. I'll call you later.
Right.
Make sure I have a copy of those coordinates.
Yes, Kate's probably got them all wrong.
Give yourself the first shift to settle in, then we'll call you up and start work.
Fine, Adam.
You know something? I've always imagined I was a stoic. Take it as it comes. The likes of you I've never met.
I don't understand.
Well, you were resigning, along came the panic. Your quitting gets the chop, and you take it as calmly as this.
No, you've got your wires crossed, Adam. Spoke to my wife yesterday afternoon. We agreed I'd stay on to my next leave.
It's odd. Michelle told me you were leaving. I was surprised you changed your mind. You said it wasn't that Calder had blocked all departures.
When did Michelle say that to you?
Well, it must have been during the afternoon. The brass had a meeting after the Director General phoned from Brussels, lunchtime thereabouts. Apparently Calder said then you wouldn't be leaving.
Well, I don't get it, Adam. What was my chat with Dr. Smith about? For that matter, her letting me talk to Dodie if it was already decided.
Well, I suppose it's better all round if a man thinks he's made the tough decision himself. I've got to roll. I'll talk to you in about 10 hours.
Yes.
Take it easy.
Yeah. Take it easy.
Here, Jane, look. See? If we loop across there, we'll have part of the circuit we're after. Do you see what I mean?
Hello, Tom.
Oh, hello, Professor. Can I help you?
I wondered how the repairs were coming along.
We're making progress. We'll be back to you in 5 or 6 days. Adam knows that already. Now, look, this could make a difference.
So, this is where you're hiding.
I had some work to finish.
Feel like a drink when it's done?
Yes. Well, make yourself comfortable. I won't be long. How was the drive?
Oh, routine.
The terrain doesn't offer much variety.
Yeah, it's not the sort of place I'd choose for a holiday. Trees.
Hmm?
I said trees.
Oh.
You ever been to Norway?
No.
That's where all my worldly possessions are.
Which consist of?
Oh, a couple of acres of land. Pine forest and a lake frontage with a log cabin. It's near a town called Boel. The summer, it's fishing and loafing around. In the winter, ski trailing.
Sounds marvelous.
I'll take you there if you like. State your preference.
Well, summer, I think. My skiing isn't too good, but my loafing is.
You're on.
I think I'll have that drink now.
Good. I was serious about Norway.
I never thought you weren't.
Workshop routines, Tom?
No problems, David. The maintenance schedules are being held to.
And the repairs?
Yeah, we're getting there. But keep that woman out of my way, will you?
Kate?
Just warn her off. She'll get a telescope on time.
Oh, but it's only natural she should be interested.
Look, she's empire building. Adam was right. She's losing her grip, so she's hogging the scene.
Be reasonable, Tom. I mean, one mistake isn't losing your grip.
No, Tom has a point. Scientists must not be allowed to interfere as they please. It's a matter of discipline. For instance, Adam told me during training for the Venus probe there was...
Yes?
Sorry to butt in, Dr. Corder. We're having trouble at Subbase Delta. Knight's behaving strangely. Would you stop by?
Be right over.
Calm down, Billy boy. Calm down.
No, I've been thinking about it, Adam, and they can go to hell. I want guarantees, and I'd better get them.
Calder's on his way. He's flipped.
What's
Here,
happened?
Talk to him.
Bill, what's trouble?
You, for one. Well, I said you could talk, and I was right. Get Dodie on the line. We can have another cozy little chat, lying to each other.
Hello, Bill.
Now, listen. I am going home on the next tug. Now, you agree to it, as Adam is my witness, or I will wreck every last piece of equipment out here. Have you got that?
All right, Bill. You go home, I promise.
Now, you heard that, Adam. You heard it.
I heard. Now, calm down. I'll come out and fetch you, okay?
All right, Adam.
Last, he's switched off. You've got to try and stop him, Adam.
I better come with you.
If he starts smashing up that base, it could set our work back a year.
I will contact personnel and get them to send up a replacement as soon as possible. Oh, and it might be wise to replace Professor Wayman at the same time.
Well, there's fuss about Kate. There's nothing wrong with Kate.
Adam tells me he's lost confidence in her ability to work alone.
Adam and Bill, Adam and Kate, Adam and Tom, Adam and Helen, and now Adam and you. Gets around, our Adam.
You haven't slept a wink since I left, have you?
No, I couldn't.
Better get a couple of hours before we drive back. There's a medical cabinet in main control. Should have Seconal.
Why did you bring her?
Well, I had to. And the wind up them, Billy boy.
I am going home.
You have my word for it.
You're the only one I trust.
And try and relax. We'll wake you when it's time to go.
Now, if what you say is true, why is he so disruptive?
I don't know.
Well, how is it that our resident psychiatrist hasn't noticed the pattern?
There I'm prepared to hazard a guess. She's becoming involved with him.
She's what?
You hadn't noticed?
Aren't you concerned for her?
There's an old English proverb that ends, "Three's a crowd." Of course I'm concerned.